Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DirtyHotte's Seismic Skullfuck build, a PvE focused build which lets you become the Thunder Ape with insane range. The shotgun melee combo kills everything while you get your melee back in an instant. It's basically a Thunder Ape on speed, which makes your enemy rage and makes sure you get some hate mail. Before we start talking about the abilities and the cheat sheet, I will show you a little clip. Yes, today, DirtyHotte today is so prepared. I was never prepared like that. Why am I on? I'm on the wrong. Why am I on the wrong screen again? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, before we start about the details, let me show you what this build actually does. And if you follow me on Twitter, you might have seen it. But let's see what we do, and I will stop it here and there. It will be slowed down a little bit. So we already had an ability kill, which means we are amplified, which means we have the speed booster. So we are moving fast as fuck. We have our melee ready, we have our first in, last out arc shotgun equipped. We zoom down the tunnel. There's an enemy, Did you spot him? There's an enemy. Now we go in there, okay? We go in there. Slow motion, slide, shoot, melee, bam! This one, okay, this combo obviously one hits every guardian, okay? Because the slug shotgun does 151 to the body. What we want to do is, okay, what we want to do with this build is break their shield, because then we have more range on our melee. So we want to break the shield with the shotgun, and then we want to melee him to death, which will give us back our melee. This is what this build is all about, okay? To chain melee after melee, and I'm talking about powered melees. And we have insane range, because with that, with the body shot being enough on the slug shotgun, we are talking about 12 meters or more for that range, okay? 12 meters or more. And this is basically how you shouldn't do it, okay? This shows the maximum range, okay? I mean, for a shotgun, he's pretty far out, okay? He's pretty far out. We have the overshield from sprinting. He already put our overshield away, but that's important. We aren't amplified right now. If he would be amplified, the shield would be even harder to remove. We slide again. The game is a bit slower, okay? Yeah, camel toe. I actually put him in because of that little joke. We break the shield. We go right into our melee. The problem is we have been like 1 meter too far away. I'd really love to see that out of his perspective, okay? It looks like he sidestepped it in the last second, but anyhow. I'm a Titan, I just punch a second time, okay? Still got you, kid. And as you can see, okay, we missed that one, but our melee is back up. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is what is the beauty about that build, okay? You can do that endlessly. So let's head over to the cheat sheet. I'm already there. With that said, did I want to go to the cheat sheet? No. I actually wanted to stay in game. Sorry. Now let's quickly talk about the build, okay? Thunder Crash Super, that's clear. Barricade, you can run Thrust as well. Because of the lower cooldown, I just prefer Barricade, that saved my life so often. Strafe Lift. And then Seismic Strike. Which also, when you're amplified, it's also blinding. So even if you do that combo amplified into a group of enemies, okay? You blind them. That is huge. I actually managed to confuse a lot of guys. I used the pulse grenade, and for aspects, knockout. So this is important, okay? Knockout, critically wounding your target or breaking their shield, infuses your melee attacks with arc energy and increases your melee range. So this is why we want to break the shield from shotgun max range and then charge in with the melee, which then gives you health regeneration again. And we use Juggernaut in combination with that, so we have that overshield to like ape in there like there's no tomorrow. While surrounded by combatants, you're more resilient resistant to incoming damage. Spark of Resistance. Spark of Recharge. While critically wounded or melee, your melee and grenade energy regenerates more quickly. And then I like to use Spark of Momentum. Sliding over ammo breaks, reloads your equipped weapon and grants a small amount of melee energy. It kind of depends what shotgun I'm running, and I will talk about that. If I'm running something with slide shot, I actually won't use that, but I don't have that on my slug shotgun. But then I would try to get an arc shotgun and use something and use a Spark of Beacons, okay? While you're amplified, your arc special weapon findables create a blinding explosion, because that's also helpful if you want to handle groups in PvP. And this now brings us over to the cheat sheet, right? Right. Okay, so the cheat sheet. The subclass stuff, we talked about that. Thunder Crash, Towering Barricade, Strafe Lift, Seismic Strike, Pulse Grenade, Knockout, increase melee range on Shield Break, Juggernaut, Spark of Resistance. Why is it saying Spark of Resistance again? That's wrong. I have to correct it on the final. Let me just have a quick look what it's actually called. I just said it, right? Spark of Recharge. I mean, that's nearly the same, right? Stuff like that happens because we're live. Then let's talk about the exotic. Let's hop over in-game. Basically because I just want to show off my golden boy. I mean, look how he looks. That's awesome. Golden boy. Amazing look with the gold shader and that look. So we are using the Insurmountable Skullfuck. That's why it's called the Seismic Skullfuck build. This is the exotic we want to use, and this is why this build basically works, because kills with arc melee abilities trigger health regeneration, which is pretty nice, but not that strong as I thought, and it restores your melee energy. Okay, so this is the melee, the exotic we're gonna run with that, and let's add that to the cheat sheet. So the exotic, Insurmountable Skullfort. We talked about what it does, and you have seen it in the clip. Now let's talk about a little bit about the weapons we're gonna use. Okay, I would recommend at the moment a pulse rifle. Anyone like that you prefer. Then you have two kinds of shotguns you can run, and it's up to you if you want to have it in the kinetic slot. If you have it in the energy slot, you can use a different fragment, what I just told you. My absolute favorite is my first in, last out, which is an arc shotgun in combination with hip fire grip and opening shot. And then you slap on a mod on the shotgun, so the freehand grip, which gives you even more hip fire accuracy, and then you just hip fire it out of the slide all the time. What you also could use is a lightweight shotgun. A lightweight shotgun also works nice because it gives you even more speed, okay, while sprinting. For the lightweight, I would say slide shot and trench barrel to have easier additional kills with trench barrel active. So it's a bit easier to pull off with the slug shotgun, because then you can aim on purpose for the body to break that shield and then melee. Because with the lightweight, you have to find that fine line where you're in max range to break the shield, but not too close for the one-hit kill already, so that you outrange the enemy and used it. In the exotic slot, Thunderlord is actually pretty fun. It's not the best, so you're pretty flexible with that. You could use something like Yellowhorn or Warcliffe Coil instead. And if you don't want to have the exotic here, you could use a legendary. And in the exotic slot, you could use Chaperone, you could use Duality, you could use those legendary shotguns, and maybe go for an exotic pulse rifle, okay? Up to you. Pretty flexible build, as long as you keep that combination in mind with Knockout, Skullfort, Seismic Strike, and a shotgun to slide in. Let's talk quickly about the mods, okay? Not much to say here. I say one hands-on, one pulse rifle targeting. If you run pulse rifle. Double melee kickstart. I don't know if it actually stacks anymore in PvP, but I don't know what else we should use with that. You could build something with high energy fire, but with the nerf for that build, it's not really worth it. For the mods, on the chest, unflinching aim mods for both. The unflinching aim mod for shotgun is actually more important than you might think for that build, because if you run in and slide in with the slug shotgun and you're under fire with the nerfs to shotguns, you actually get a lot of flinch. So that's dead. And then the well-known combination Powerful Friends and Radiant Light, which gives you +20 to strength and to mobility. Yeah, whew, so that's basically the build. Let's talk about the stats quickly. I like to run for PvP with this build. 100 resilience because you really want to ape in and you want to have any sliver of beefiness you might get your hands on. And 100 melee to get your melee back as fast as possible in case you fuck up. That's also why we have double outreach. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Seismic Skullfort build. And I can only recommend you to test it in PvP and have some fun. If you're serious about your KD, then that build might not be for you. But if you want to have fun, and if you want to be annoying, and if you want to be fast, and if you want to hit stuff in the face, this build is a must-try for every Titan because it's so hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little piece of content, and if you want to see more Destiny 2 stuff, especially builds, check the playlist to my left. And if you are more interested in what YouTube algorithm has in petto for you, then check the one below that playlist. If you like my stuff, please leave a like and help Mom's Basement grow. See you next time. DirtyHotte out.